I'm dreaming of the road again, set free in the wind.
Good morning. Before I do any other beverages, I'm going to do my lemon water. I freeze my lemons. I have biscuits and bacon in the oven, and then I'm going to be making scrambled eggs. And then I probably need to go check on the hens. We have 72 hours to sell our house.
Wow!
We made an offer on a house and then made a contract literally the day that our house was posted. We get a text from our realtor stating that somebody else had went to the house that we had, made contract with all of the above, and stated that they put an acceptable offer in and that we had 72 hours. By the time you're watching this, obviously that will be long gone, so I'll go ahead and update you and tell you that 72 hours is already up, and now that listing is marked as pending. So we're trying to decide if we're going to leave our house on the market and just sell. That way we will have cash ready in hand if we find another place. And then we're also trying to decide if that's just our sign that we should just stay here, or honestly we're really not too sure. There's just a lot up in the air right now, and we're really trying to take it day by day and figure it out. This is a little messy. All I know is it's getting awfully close to starting in the garden. My seedlings are sprouting. It's almost time to start tilling the garden. And my luck, we would keep the house on the market. Someone would come look at the beauty while it's still summertime and everything's blooming, and my garden thriving this year of all years. And then we would have to move. I want to be able to get the produce, and I want to be able to can, and then it would just so on and so forth. So I'm trying not to spiral. I'm trying not to fret about it. I'm just trying to take it day by day. That's all we can be doing right now. So I'm gonna go eat my breakfast really quickly: scrambled eggs, biscuits, and one bacon. I also may do a little bit of yogurt. Good job, Bubby.
What? For me?
I collect and reuse jars typically, and I think this little jam jar is the cutest. I love the purple and the plaid lid. And sometimes I will just put my iced coffee in this, but I've just been using it to put the coffee in it to turn cold. I've already had 2 glasses of my lemon water with breakfast, and I'm using my smaller Yeti tumbler. I typically use the larger one, and I'm just trying to be mindful about my intake with the caffeine and all the sugar. Some days I fail, but most days I've gotten better.
That's pink. And I'm not that bad.
So this is where the garden will actually be. Hello, ladies. Excuse you, ma'am. That's my coffee. Ma'am, my coffee. Oh, where are we running to? Oh, dear. Okay, so the whole situation with these wonderful little hens, we have moved them, obviously. They have a whole variety of space. Over here is where I had the garden last year. in front of me right here is where the coop and the run are. At least three of the chickens. First of all, it was 9 of them that were in the tree, and we had that old stainless steel coop that I put together a year ago for the ducks, and we attached it. Well, that was left down there, and after 8 days, I let them out, and they all ran back there, and a few stayed up here. Well, those 9 ended up sleeping in a tree right beside it because I told Austin, I was like, either I'm going to take this down and it's going to go in the trash, or whoever's picking it up needs to come pick it up because they're literally confused because it's down here. So towards the evening time, they came and picked it up, but it was evening time, so they were already down there. And so I tried catching some of them, and some of them I could not catch. They just went further up into the woods, and then I could not find them, and it was getting too dark, so I was not going to do that. So that then led to at least 3 being out, and now they've kind of realized that if I'm calling them, I have treats, they're not coming down. So I have to just wait until they're like further down out of the woods to where I can catch them and bring them up here. But then the issue is it's already open because the other ladies have been out or have been locked up, and I just don't feel, you know, so I don't know. The most I can do is just try to catch them towards the evening sundown time, put them in here when the other ladies are already in there, because most of them are actually staying in the area. They're just going in the weeds, and I want them to do that. There's some that are over here in the garden area. I want them to start eating those because there's a bunch of ticks out. It's tick season. And like I said, stated in previous videos, there's some wild black raspberries. My dog is taking a dookie in the garden. Love that. And a lot of ticks are over there. So we're going to be up here a lot this summer if we don't move. And so I just want ticks to be eliminated as much as possible. I know that can't be prevented. They can get as many as they can. I mean, that's 20 something chickens, 21 chickens. 18 if I lose 3. So that's just kind of the issue, but so far it seems that the majority are just venturing off down by the creek, down by the wooded area, and where I want them to go in the garden, and then they're coming back. So those are the smart bunch. And I'm also coming up here and bringing the boys up here, and we're just kind of like going in the direction instead of like towards the house, so that way they are associating that we still come up here and this is the area that we want them to stay in, so that way they're not coming down to us because like treats, you know. I brought my little backpack and stuff because it has my Bible in it, and I have some homework that I need to do for the church and whatnot, so I figured I can sit down here. It's a lovely, beautiful blue sky today, and the birds are out, the kiddos are out, chickens are out. The only downside is at least 3 of them are laying somewhere else in the woods, and that's 3 eggs I can be getting. So that's kind of like a downside, but you win some and you lose some. It really is the simple things in childhood. So we're out there and we're a little ways from the house, and we're playing the creek. It's getting hot. It's about 12:47 right now, and they were all a little thirsty and whatnot, so I figured we would just get our lunch, our snacks, a couple extra drinks, and put it in the cooler, and then just walk back that way so we can continue playing out in the creek as well as just playing outside and just be close. Monkeys do eat bananas. But I look so odd in a hat because I like never wear them. But my kiddos will literally put this on me, and they said, wear this so you can look handsome like Uncle Bub. Okay. Anyways, so we are back out hiking again, and my youngest literally said, we're going on a road trip. And I said, you know what? Yeah, we're going on a road trip, doing a little hike. And this is like the same area we literally have walked over and over and time again. And now we're starting to like venture off into like little crevices of this property, and I'm like, man, I've been here this entire time and I've never seen it from this point of view, and it's stunning. I love it. Beautiful. Kids really do show you different stuff in life. The most beautiful thing about this is they just introduce you, like they help you slow down, and that's why I love this lifestyle. Granted, you have to have productive days, you have to have the hustle days and moments, but because of those moments and because of you sitting there and having your routines, you can have more slow days. And if you're decluttering, like, there's less stuff that you have to keep accounted for. So there's a lot of reasons to my madness, like why I want to declutter, why I want to sit and get as much stuff done as I can, because they are growing like weeds. They're not slowing down at all, and time is fleeting, and sometimes I get a little too serious. I've noticed that the past 6 months I've been very strict, very serious, very not so fun. I'm not saying you should be fun all the time, but they're so young. This is where they like are learning to love life, you know? So I am just trying to slow down and correct my behavior, my attitude, and just remember, like, they're kids once. This is what I've been dreaming of since I was in high school. This is what I have been craving from life, and I'm living in it. And sometimes you can get so caught up in life and seriousness and what the world expects from you as a mother or as a daughter, as a son, as a father, as whomever, and you just get so blindsided. And then, like, one day you just, like, do a little look and you're like, whoa, wait a minute. And it's like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I need to collect myself. It's the fact that childhood literally is that simple. They just want moments filled with beautiful mundane moments. They're so used to walking this path, typically almost every single day. They might skip a day or two depending on the weather or if they're at a family member's house, but they're venturing. They're doing like that 90s, 80s childhood, 70s childhood, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do tablets, I don't do any of that. They do get like screen time on the television, like when they're having a snack or eating or whatever the sorts is, but we don't do that. I'm like old school. And so the fact that they're sitting here literally wanting to pack their lunch, and they got so excited, and I think they're like on a little trip, so that's gonna be like a core memory. And I'm just so blessed that I get to be able to like reground myself and comprehend, like, it really is just like the little things in life. That's what your kid craves. They want to be involved. They don't want to be distracted. They want to be involved with you. They want you to be a part of these moments. Three hours of playing outside. The boys are a little bit tired. That spring, summer sun just hits differently. So I'm gonna go up here and collect some eggs because I have not done that yet. Then we're gonna head back down, take a bath, and then I really need to go out into town. I really don't want to. I don't like leaving the house unless I really have to, and I really need to do it today, so I'm not doing it all tomorrow. Still a beautiful blue sky, no cloud in sight. I'm sure by this evening there will be a few, but I need to kick it in gear and go get some stuff because I am hosting a girls' night for the ladies at a church. I'm so excited. I want to get closer with girly pops, so therefore I need to kick it in gear. I should have already had the stuff, but I have not. Wow, that is a lot. Okay, boys. All right, you're stressing her out, babe. I have some chicken breast here that I had cut up, added some pepper to, and I'm going to go ahead and prep for chicken pot pie. That way in a couple hours when we get back from our errands, I could prep the rest when we get back. People think I'm crazy, but I love trying to add the Great Northern Bean. Basically anything that's gonna have vegetables, I try to add it because it's good for your gut health. So 90% of your serotonin is literally in your gut. I'll leave that.